G'day tubes, Bruce Bender here. Well, today we've got another project and I'd like to share it with you, and we'll just get right to it. It's a Turf Til 5 horsepower rear tine rototiller. Now these are the expensive rototillers. These are the ones that we couldn't afford when I was a kid. Well, let's just give you a quick rundown and how we're going to approach this. So I've pulled it over a few times and it seems to have some compression. It seems about right. Excuse me. So let's just take off the air cleaner. And the first thing I usually do is check and see if there's a spark.
You saw that, I think? Hopefully you saw that right there.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to just prime it with a little bit of fuel and see what happens. Okay guys, this is my priming gas. It's 90% gas and 10% oil. Squirt a little go juice in there. So we'll have to really be careful because this can pull your hand back if it's in the wrong spot. So nothing. It should fire. It has enough compression. In fact, let's just measure the compression. This is a compression gauge. Now these bigger hand motors have a compression release. So the compression, even on a good motor, you're not going to measure more than 70 or 80 pounds because of the compression release. So it's about 75 pounds. That's good enough to fire. If there's gas going in the carburetor into the motor, that should be at least enough to fire or backfire or do something. So I think we're going to look inside the shroud. Okay, now these are 1/4 inch. Get those off. Just grab some tools here. Okay tubes, now we're going to take off the flywheel. I've taken off this mesh guard, and now we're going to loosen the coil. My kingdom for tool. I'll just loosen this coil from here. Pull it back so it doesn't interfere with the removal of the flywheel. And now I'm going to rotate this. I've got the plug out so it's easy to turn. Right into this vicinity here. I'm going to stick my pry bar in here like that. Maybe the other way. There we go. Now I can grab the clutch, this is called a clutch, with my oil filter wrench, and holding this bar in one hand. There we go. Sometimes those come easy and sometimes they don't. Put that in my parts box. There's a beveled washer in there that goes with the bevel out. Really, my gloves are starting to get wrecked. So now, what I do, there's a lot of different ways you can take this off. Okay, we ready? I'm going to pry on the motor, not on any tin or aluminum. Loose aluminum. Okay, now we're going to pry on the motor and squeeze the air hammer trigger. We'll see if this pops off. Okay, I'm going to let you have a look here. flywheel key has been sheared off. This is supposed to be square. Right there. So I'll show you what a new one looks like. So this is a new one, and this is the sheared one. Right, like, I think they go like that. Okay folks, I have set this at 12 o'clock so I can line up my keyway. There we go. And if you look right inside there, well, pardon me, I gotta get you to move here. Right there, you can see the flywheel key inside the key. Hi guys, we're back. We've set the flywheel into the notch with the new flywheel key. And now we've got the washer in with the hump facing out. And now I'm gonna just put a little bit more oil on the base of this. This has a foam pad inside there to lubricate as it slips on this shaft here. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So just a drop or two. Good. Okay, now we need our oil filter wrench and our bar again. Know what I can use to pry with going the other direction. Good. Perfect. Hopefully you can see. If not, I'm just tightening the as much as a muscle as I got. Now the dust grass cover goes on. Alright tubes, I've got the grass screen on the flywheel, and now we're just going to tighten up the coil. So I'll put a business card in here. A business card is the approximate distance. This is kind of what everybody uses. And I did it over the magnets so that they pull down. Now I'm just going to tighten that up with a 5/16 socket. Come on, baby. I dropped the socket into the... There we go. All right. So that should work. We have just a business card in there. That's perfect. And now we're going to put the cover back on, which you saw. Okay guys, we're back. Now we're just going to install the cover. And I just washed the dirt out of it. Oh, you gotta make sure you get the... This is important actually. Come with me. When installing this cover, it's really easy to miss these fins, and they just... It all kind of goes together at once, as you know. There. You'll know when it's set. Back you up a little bit. And this is it. I am going to prime it just a little bit with my priming tool, my oil can with 90% gas oil mixture. I've got left for parts is the air cleaner. It should go. You saw it first here on BTH V1 TV.